Okay, hey, Ducks hockey and more is talking player spotlights for the Anaheim Ducks. Stick around. Today we're talking about Troy Terry. Okay, hey, thanks for watching and tuning back in. And if you're new, get your butt down there and subscribe to the channel. Get in there and subscribe. Smash the like button. I need this channel blown up, and I need your help doing it, okay? So, hey, listen, today we're going to talk about something I'm starting. I did a feature on Mason McTavish, which you should go look at and view. This one today, we're talking about Troy Terry, okay? Troy Terry of the Anaheim Ducks. So let's just get into some basic physical stats. Listen, he was born in Denver, USA guy, September 10th of 1997. So he's just a little bit older than my wife. My wife's way younger than me. So he's 25 years old. He is, let's see, a right winger. He's 6 foot even. That's what they got him listed at. And he's 185 pounds. So he's not the biggest, heaviest guy. But he's 6 foot, 185 pounds. Look, Troy Terry is one of the up-and-coming superstars of the NHL and, of course, the Anaheim Ducks. He was the 2015 fifth-round pick of the Anaheim Ducks. He went 148th overall in the fifth round. Guys, this guy was a gem. This is very rare. You don't normally see this. Most fourth, fifth, sixth rounders, they tend to end up in the minors. You don't see a whole lot of, NHLers that late in the draft, okay? Troy Terry's the exception. He was a gem. Ducks grabbed him. One of the few. Listen, Bob Murray days of the Ducks, horrible. Absolutely horrible. That guy was a piece of shit, really. Okay, but the one thing about the Anaheim Ducks that they've always been good at is their scouting. Okay, their amateur and their scouting reports on players and the players they go after when it comes draft time. Nobody can beat them. I shouldn't say that. There are other teams out there that are probably pretty good scouting, but the Ducks have the most first-round picks, most playing. They have the most picks, period, playing currently in the NHL. Okay, that's how good they are. They are first when it comes to picking players. Now, they may not be playing for the Ducks currently, but they're still playing in the NHL. They've become NHL players. They are good. Okay, so Troy Terry was a gem in the fifth round, absolute gem. Money. This guy's money. I'd love to say that. Okay, if I like a player, I say he's money. Okay, so look, let's just jump into his career stats. It's not a huge career. He's got, I think, maybe 5 seasons that he's played as an Anaheim Duck. And it wasn't until the last couple of seasons that things really started to pick up for him. But so these are the career stats as an Anaheim Duck. He's got 245 games played now, 64 goals, 84 assists for 148 points. Not too shabby, okay? And it's the last couple of years where that's really started to pick up. First few years, it was like, well, is this another one of those players that's just going to kind of show himself a little bit and then end up in the minors the whole time? Well, not for Troy. Troy made some life decisions to concentrate on hockey and not take the negatives to heart. And he just decided to work on his game and go to work and not worry about it, not think about it outside of work. Like a season like this season, Troy Terry at this point in his career and the changes he's made, he's not letting it bring him down. He goes out every day and puts his best game out there. And if he's not playing his best game, okay, comes back the next game to try again. You know what I mean? So he's all pro now. He's got a whole new mindset, and that's why he is as good as he is. So those are the numbers for his career this year. Okay, 22-23 Anaheim Ducks, 41 games played, 12 goals, 21 assists for 33 points. Now, this year is a lot different than last year. Last year, we had a much better start. The first half of our season last year, we looked like a playoff team, and then it fell apart due to COVID problems and injuries, and I believe it was the Olympic break, and a lot of breaks and stuff like that just derailed the Anaheim Ducks last season. But their second half of their season. This year, he's 12 goals, 21 assists, 33 points. Not bad for a team that's so bad as we are. Last year, his breakout season was last year. The 21-22 season, 75 games played, almost played the full season. He had 37 goals, 30 assists for 67 points. So huge breakout year for Troy Terry. He's got a repeat performance going on this year. I don't think he's going to hit those numbers quite again. Still early, he might, but he's one of those young core players that the Ducks are going to build around. Okay, this is a player that you build around. Love that he's a right winger. And that's important. We got to have a winger, couple of wingers really, that can really put the puck in the net. So this is we're going to go backwards in time right now, okay? A little bit of history on him, okay? He played in the 2015 World Juniors, the under-18 IHF World Juniors, okay? He won gold for Team USA that year. In 2016-17, okay, he was also in the World Juniors, okay? In that particular World Junior Championship, he had, and this is in a semifinal game against Russia, I remember watching this too, and I watched it because I think he was already drafted as a Duck. I think that was of course he was. He was already an Anaheim Duck. And I remember watching him in that World Junior just because he was a Ducks prospect, and he had, in that semifinal game against Russia, 3 shootout goals. Okay, he ended up winning it for USA in that semifinal game against Russia because of those 3 shootout goals. It was like unbelievable to watch. The guy was just so good. And then he won gold, USA beat Team Canada in that tournament. He had the lone shootout goal in that contest. So they went to shootout in that game as well, and he was the only one that had a shootout goal. So interesting, okay? I mean, clutch is what that says to me. Clutch player. Okay, he went to the University of Denver University in Colorado, his hometown, right? He led them to the Frozen Four. Okay, for those of you who don't know what the Frozen Four is, it's like the Final Four in basketball. It's called the Frozen Four for collegiate hockey in the United States. So he led them to the Frozen Four final, okay, Denver, with 45, this is the season, that particular season, 45 points, okay, at the collegiate level for Denver, 22 goals, 23 assists, okay, that's really good playing with other, that's just good. At the collegiate level, that's good. So he had 2 assists in the final game, and he won it for Denver. So they won the Frozen Four, the championship. Troy Terry led him the whole way. So guy's good. I mean, his history is good. He's got such a winning history with everything he's ever done. Okay, and he doesn't have a whole lot of minor league play other than a little bit with the San Diego Gulls and all that. Now, I didn't get into anything like that because he's been kind of, his experience, and I think he did okay, but his experience and what got him to where he was in the World Juniors. He also played in the Olympics, okay? But that's the experience he needed, and then that life-changing moment he made with himself a few years back that allowed him to say, okay, I'm done being mediocre. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to make an impact, and people are going to say my name more often. You know what I mean? And that's the decision he made, and it's working, okay? It's working. Jumping back to the Olympics, he did play for Team USA in the 2018 Olympics, and I think he had 5 assists in 5 games. So, gosh, a point a game in the Olympics. What can you say? Last year, he was elected to the All-Stars, the NHL All-Stars in 2022. Troy Terry represented the Ducks in the All-Stars. Well, guess what? He got voted in again. Because of the season he's having this year and the numbers he's put up, he is a All-Star again, 2nd time in a row. So, you know what? Troy Terry deserves it. I'm really happy for him. And for you Ducks fans who are watching, go out and make sure you vote for the additional players that you can add to the NHL teams, the All-Star teams, and go add your Duck players. Okay, that's what I've been doing. I've been adding my favorite Ducks to that roster to see them play. Hopefully, we'll see. But you got to go do that. If you really want somebody else besides Troy Terry from your team, the Ducks, to be represented, or if you're an Edmonton fan, or I don't care who you like, if you want some more of your team's players on there, you got to go vote. They give you lots of opportunities. I think it's like 10 a day up until it's coming up. I think next week or something like that. The voting ends. But either way, go vote. Look, Troy he's got great hands. If you're a Ducks fan and you've watched him play over and over and over again, you see how well he gets into traffic and how he can, with his hands and his stick handling ability, weave his way through players. Now, does it always work? No, but he's willing to go one-on-one with players or against a couple of defenders and try to work his way through them, weasel his way, slither through there. He's kind of slippery and get a shot off and create opportunities. His hands are amazing, okay? And he's young. He's going to get better and better and better. So it's unbelievable. Great shot, great hands. He's got a lot of confidence. We talked about that. He's getting better. Listen, on the personal note for Troy Terry, and he's just recently he's becoming his own person, and that's why his game has changed and he's gotten so much better. But he just recently married the love of his life, so he's now married. Last summer he got married, and they're now expecting their first child. So good for Troy Terry. I know Ducks fans love you. I love you, and I can't wait to see you as a Duck long term. He's going to get a big pay raise come this offseason. Pat Verbeek's going to have to go out and make a good deal to him. So Troy Terry's going to get a big raise, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play with Zegras, McTavish, and all these other young Ducks prospects that are coming up through the system. So there you go. Troy Terry, great guy, great player, great Duck. Real quick side note here to end the video. Thanks for watching. Go down, subscribe, okay? Get your friends, your family, everybody that's into the Ducks, hockey, I don't care. Get on this channel. Let's blow it up, okay? Subscribe, smash the like button. Let's do it. Comment below too, please, people, if you have any differing opinions about what I just talked about or anything like that, whatever. Anything you want me to talk about, go down there and comment below. Hey, real quick side note, though, to end the video. Ducks today, it is Wednesday, January 11th, okay? Today, we take on the Edmonton Oilers at home. I'm not going to get deep into the last game against the Boston Bruins because it's embarrassing to talk about. The Ducks got their ass handed to them 7-1. It was embarrassing, okay? It was embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. I really have nothing to say, okay, other than it was crap. It was a very huge reality check, not only for me, okay, because I get my hopes up and I think, okay, maybe we can change things around and get going. Yeah, right. The reality check was we are nowhere near, okay, and this team had to see that, okay, as a player, as a person, as a human being, okay, that plays in the NHL for the Anaheim Ducks. You had a huge reality check in that game. Boston wiped their ass with us. They picked us up and wiped their butt. That's what they did. We looked absolutely awful. The one goal we got was from Trevor Zegras. It was a great play, but that was it. There really wasn't anything else. So it's a really good litmus test, if you will, or indication overall of how or where we're at. Obviously, we're in a full rebuild. I feel like this team is better than they are. They really are. This is again, I'm a broken record. The coaching, specifically Dallas Eakins, is not good enough. This team should be way higher in the standings than where we're at. And I'm not saying playoff contenders, you know what I mean? No, but on the cusp, in my opinion. They should be flirting with a potential wild card spot. We're not that bad. Okay, we're really not. But when your coaching is crap, this is what you get. So listen, they got a big game tonight against Edmonton. A lot of trade rumors going around about Edmonton and the Ducks involving a defenseman, possibly Shattenkirk, possibly Klingberg. I've heard possibly Cam Fowler, maybe. There's a lot of that. But Klingberg, I think, is the big one. Edmonton's interested in adding to their blue line some experience, and they need it desperately, okay? And we've got the assets that they could be interested in. But there are other teams that have the same thing that the Edmonton Oilers are looking at as well. So, but again, when you see teams going at it, Edmonton's going to be watching very closely to a couple of different players on the Ducks team, specifically Klingberg, I'm sure, when it comes to, do we want a guy like that? on their team. So, big game tonight against Edmonton. They're high-flying when they got McDavid and Draisaitl clicking, Nugent Hopkins. Evander Kane's been injured because of his wrist laceration. That was pretty nasty too. But he's still on the mend. And Edmonton's a good team. They can put the puck in the net and burn you easily. Ducks beat them the last time up in Edmonton. So let's see if they can do it again. Okay. So everybody get out and watch that game. So Ducks fans, thanks for tuning in. NHL fans, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Let's blow it up, baby. Go Ducks.